Well, it's time for all of us to get creative with our meals using whatever we can find in our kitchens, but I know I need some help. So that's why I'm turning to Michelle from Allrecipes for some helpful tips. So hi Michelle, tell us, what can we find on allrecipes.com?
There are thousands of recipes for every ingredient and recipe on allrecipes.com, and all the recipes there are made by home cooks, so you know that they're going to be easy and you know that they're going to turn out well. And since the pandemic started, we've been checking out what people have been cooking, since so many of us are at home cooking with what we have, and we've seen a huge increase in people looking for recipes with rice and pasta.
Well, I'm excited to hear what dishes we can try out that actually include rice or pasta.
Well, in terms of rice, we have Chef John's stuffed peppers. This recipe has 5 stars. Everybody loves it. It's your classic stuffed pepper with ground beef and rice and some cheese in the filling, and people rave in the reviews that these are some of the best stuffed peppers that they've ever had. A classic casserole is Mama's chicken and rice casserole, but it is comfort food at its best. A southern recipe that uses actually 3 cans of cream soup. It uses cream of mushroom, cream of celery, and cream of chicken, but the reviewers say it doesn't taste processed at all. It's just creamy goodness, and you don't even have to cook the chicken beforehand, so the prep only takes 10 minutes, and then you stick it in the oven. I found this really great recipe for veggie packed fried rice, and it does call for a little sauce that you make using garlic and ginger, but if you don't have those ingredients, you could just skip them or use powdered version instead, and the sauce would just be a little bit more simple. And the great thing about fried rice is that you can cook it with the veggies that you have at home. So while this one calls for peppers and things you traditionally find in fried rice, you can use it with whatever veggies you have in your refrigerator.
Well, these all sound amazing, but we can't let this go without talking about the pasta. So what are some dishes that we can try out that include pasta?
There's a recipe for spaghetti cacio e pepe, which is a classic Italian recipe, and it's basically like a really easy mac and cheese. It just uses pasta and Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. You can just substitute Parmesan if you have it. A little salt and pepper, or oil and butter, and this version actually includes garlic, but it is great all on its own, or a starting point for adding other leftover ingredients you might have, or other flavorful ingredients you might have in your kitchen. Well, there's a recipe for spaghetti alla carbonara, which is almost the same, just a little bit different. In addition to what was in that previous recipe, this one uses eggs and guanciale, which is a cured pork, but you could substitute pancetta or bacon if you have that. And it also is super simple. Besides the pasta, you hardly need anything else besides cheese. Well, a lot of people are making spaghetti with meat sauce, but a way to take that up a notch is $1 Million Spaghetti. This is my kind of recipe. It's basically spaghetti that has in a casserole with that marinara sauce with beef in it, but then it has a creamy layer with sour cream and cottage cheese and cream cheese, and then it's all layered together in a casserole dish, and you put cheddar cheese on top and bake it, and it does sound like $1 million.
So Michelle, where can we go to get all of those specifics about some of those dishes you mentioned?
But you can go to allrecipes.com and you'll see the full recipes there, and you can add your own ratings and reviews or photos if you make the dish at home, and if you have a recipe you'd like other people to try, you can submit that for the site as well.
Well, thank you so much, Michelle, for breaking it all down for us. I cannot wait to try out some of those recipes. They all sound delicious. Don't forget to go to allrecipes.com to find more.